I was on a photo shoot and I slipped down the stairs and landed on my sacrum, and I didn't think too much of it.
I had an injury which turned into a necrosis of the hip joint, and it was not getting any better.
The next day I was playing tennis. I went for a serve, and the next thing I knew, I was on the ground.
I had had back pain for a number of years. Really didn't want to have a cortisone shot and start all of that process.
I didn't really know what was going on, but I was like, I can't move. I'm in so much pain. It was awful and terrifying.
I saw a number of doctors, and no one had a very good idea what to do. And then someone recommended I come up to Boston.
The Baptist is in a unique place. Every patient that goes through the doors and interfaces with anybody who works at the Baptist discovers that people really care about you, they care about each other, they care about delivering the best possible care.
What often happens in this business is you go see one provider, and he says, well, I can't help you. Go see this other guy. And you go see the other guy, and he sends you to yet another person. Or everyone you see tries their own thing instead of trying to guide you to exactly the right thing for you.
These are people that love what they do, and they're going to do it for their entire careers. That's palpable to a patient.
You do feel like you're part of a family, and I think it's comforting.
It's just the culture of who we are and what we want to do.
We're totally dedicated to orthopedics.
Well, I think the future is very bright for the New England Baptist as we enter into this new network. We've become a leader in musculoskeletal care. We have the lowest readmission rates, the lowest infection rates, and the best patient outcomes.
Now, regionally, with the affiliation, we are going to be able to take care of that larger group using the same techniques that we've perfected at the Baptist.
One of the prime missions of the Baptist is to educate the next generation of musculoskeletal practitioners.
So over the last 24 years, I've trained hundreds of fellows and residents who are now taking care of patients using the techniques that they've learned at the Baptist.
They always are aware of what the newest and latest is. They want to be taught about it, they want to learn about it, and we want to be involved in that.
We would like to get to a point where predictive analytics will help us maybe predict what's the best course of action for this particular patient with this particular profile at this point in time.
I think that people would feel more confident and less worried about having back pain in general if they knew that there was a therapy that's going to work for them and that the doctors knew which one that was going to be.
I went to Dr. Rainville expecting to have this cortisone shot, and instead he wrote me a prescription for exercise. I went through the program and it totally worked, and so I'm devoted to that now.
This has been a fascinating process to look at how we can change people through exercise. Once people realize that they are strong again and they can move again and that their pain doesn't need harm, people start assuming an active lifestyle.
The technology that's happened with improving instrumentation has allowed us to fix things like rotator cuffs and cartilage tears in older and older people.
We constantly make improvements, always striving to make a better implant, better technique, all for the improvement of patient care.
And we want to continue to develop new programs, which take funding.
It's a critical part for us in developing and continuing with the growth of the hospital.
I would like the Baptist to be the only place people think about when they think about orthopedic care.
It's an understatement to say that they changed my life. I was on crutches for 4 years during high school, imagine that. And then, 6 months later, I was shooting basketballs in the driveway.
The Baptist way is really a unique culture that we need support to keep it going forward, to make sure it goes for another 130 years.